Hello friends, today is day 38, pretty sure. At this point I'm doing a countdown more than a count up. Surgery is Friday, today is Sunday, so that leaves Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days, and then the rest of today before surgery. I'm feeling better today. I'm outside, so that's good. I kind of pushed myself to go outside. Yesterday, I think, was a combination of a couple of things. It was super hot and muggy out. The air was almost like not breathable. It was just so muggy out. That, and then I had iced coffee, which is not a good call. And then I had a kind of a greasy-ish breakfast with that bagel thing, which is not usually what I eat. So it's just a combination of things. But did the brat diet. Bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, but then I was able to eat some normal food today, so I feel better. And I slept. I slept like an hour yesterday, and then I slept, went to get bed again late. It's hard as a parent, like when your kids are out, you know, you can't just like, at least I can't, and a lot of parents I know can't just like go to sleep and not knowing like where the heck their kids are. Anyway, so it's like super bright sunny. But yeah, so I'm feeling better today. I got a package in the mail, which always excites me. Sometimes it's something I ordered, sometimes not. This time it was a shower chair, which I knew was coming because a friend of mine said her sister had breast cancer and had a shower chair, and it just made life a lot easier for her. So at first I'm like, sounds practical, okay. I trust in, you know, the fact that it helps your sister out a lot. And I thought too, like, I remember how difficult it was after the biopsies when I was showering to see myself, like with all the bruising and stuff. So I could only, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I see my breasts for the first time or see my whole body as one piece, you know, in the shower after surgery. And I'm not going to want to have to worry about, like, you know, handling the emotional part of that. And then, you know, I'm still going to be I'll be on medication for like 2 weeks or so, or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's 2 weeks. I don't know. There's a whole pile of medication I have to take a look through when I'm supposed to take, or what I'm supposed to take when after surgery. Yeah, I don't want to have to worry about like being dizzy and paying attention. The focus is just like getting myself clean and being okay with the new body that I'm going to have. So while the shower chair may seem a little geriatric, it's practical. Even if it is geriatric, it's practical for people that are older too. Not quite ready to put it together yet. And there was another package from Target, I think, which I know is not for me, so I'm curious who that is from. It's nice. I love getting mail. Okay. Sorry. I get those texts that I'm like, I haven't been looking at my phone as much too, which has helped. You know, there's been so many texts that are and stuff that are coming in. I think I have like 20 unread texts right now, and they're all like, you know, make sure you do your COVID screening before you go in for your appointment. Make sure you do your e-check-in. You know, just a reminder that you have a doctor appointment. I'm like, really? I have a doctor appointment? Shocking. So, focus for today. Slowing down to take care of myself. I guess I needed that because I've been doing so much. Like, yeah, I can kayak and yeah, I can play tennis. And I'm glad that I did those things. It's just tennis is actually happening right now and I'm not there. It's just too much. I just need to like tone it down. And take care of myself, and again, not wear makeup. You guys will be amazed at how good I usually look when I'm not running around. Anyway, I just noticed I have like so many freckles and stuff. And found out today that somebody in my family just got diagnosed with skin cancer. I'm like, lovely. So have to get on that list for a dermatologist just to check. It's so crazy, like all the advances in medicine, and there's just so many different types of cancer. And like, why is it so I I mean, it's way better than it was before. But the fact that you can't find a way to just stop it, you know, it's the 21st century. We should be able to just stop it. You know, COVID came around. Like, where'd that come from? Well, kind of know where it came from, sort of. But, like, they found a vaccine, and it's been, what, like a year and a half or so? So, like, yeah, can somebody scientific get on that with the cancer thing? Tell a friend, you know, let's try to sort this out. So what's going on? So this weekend, I've been spending a bit of time making phone calls with, or having phone calls with people to do adulting things like trusts, wills, beneficiaries. Not because I'm being morbid, just because, like, I'm an adult, I'm a parent, I have kids, I'm going into surgery. To me, it would be irresponsible for me to go into any major surgery and not have measures in place. God forbid something were to happen. I have such a great team. I don't anticipate anything wrong happening or out of the ordinary, but either way, I think once I had kids is when I first did a will, just to make sure that, you know, things were set up in place, and then updating things with beneficiaries, all that stuff. So I know, like, it's just paperwork has to get done, but it just, like, reminds you of, like, life and not life and all of that. And an interesting question that someone asked me was, like, you know, when you die, do you want to be cremated or buried? Like, for anyone, even, you know, people talk about this all the time, whatever, like, what you know, what do you want for yourself when you pass? And I don't want to be cremated. I don't want, I've seen all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I think of Freddy Krueger, and while he might be a nice human being in real life, Robert Englund, I think is his name, that's just what I think of when I think of cremation, is, like, you know, put the body inside of some, like, cauldron. No, thank you. But I had heard that, or read about, that you can take your body after you pass, and I'm not sure how they prepare it for it, if it's your actual body or they do something to prepare it, but you can make yourself into a tree. Like, you become like the pod, the root of a tree, and then they plant you. And I'm like, that is totally cool and so up my alley. Like, nature and stuff, I just find amazing, and that connection with the earth. And, you know, I get that, like, if you're a tree, yeah, you can get chopped down. So fine. So let them chop me down and then turn me into paper. And then I'll become loose leaf paper. And then kids will write on me to do their math homework. How full circle would that be as a math teacher? Or animals could eat at me, you know. I could become a dam for a beaver. You know, food for a woodpecker. I don't know. I'm just fueling other people, creating homes for beavers, whatever. Even if they just chopped me down, even if they uprooted me, I would like to think that there's still some little particles of me that would still be in the ground. And even if they uprooted me and put me in a chipper, my cells would be, like, in the air all around the chipper and be like, see ya, and just floating around. That's just how I am. Kind of like fairy dust, you know, gen dust from the wood chipper of my tree. Anyway, things to have to think about as you get older. But I think when anyone has kids, I just think it's a responsible thing to put a will in place anyway, and to make sure that you update it, you know, as life changes or whatever. What else did I do that was important? Oh, I did also take a look at my Google Calendar at the coming week, because, like, Sunday's almost ending. I know I have a bunch of appointments coming up because those 19 whatever texts that I haven't read, that I know that they're reminders or whatever. So I have 3 appointments this week with the care team for the breast center, from the Parenting in Challenging Times team, which is great. The woman that works with me from there is just wonderful. The social worker who helps with, like, work and that kind of stuff, like your job and how, you know, balancing all that out. And the therapist, which, like, I just started seeing last week, just will help give me strategies for, you know, going into surgery or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I have an echocardiogram appointment and a pre-op evaluation with a cardiologist. I have no heart issues. It's only because I had COVID back in March. So anyone that had COVID, they have to make sure that you have cardiac clearance before going into surgery. Fun pandemic fact. So yeah, that's this week. Oh, and then by the way, I'm getting my boobs chopped off on Friday. Whatever. At this point, it's like, whatever. I'm in good hands. I don't need to make decisions there. They are going to knock me out, which is just an interesting experience when you get knocked out. I've only been knocked out once before. Although the lanyards, I don't remember if I mentioned the lanyards in another, it would have been Thursday's, like 2 days ago's vlog. But I do want to mention that just because I was talking about the chair for the shower. So when I go home, and again, I'll go through more of this when I look at my pile of papers on my printer as to pre-op stuff that I do want to share with you for those of you that might be, heading into this surgery just to know what to expect now that I know more what to expect. So they told me that I get this like super fancy white bra. It's not fancy. Well, I guess it is fancy, but not like in a lace, cool kind of way. That you're in this bra and you're basically in it like all the time to keep things where they're supposed to be. And that there are like, I can't even picture, I'm picturing this like a Madonna kind of outfit from the 80s or something, or some weird like sexual lingerie kind of thing. That it has like hooks or clips or something on the side, because there's two drains here, and the drains, the tubing, or the drain itself, I guess, clips onto the clip that's on your bra. And they said it looks like a grenade. I'm like, oh, that's great. four grenades on my on my bra. And that's what, like, I guess that's the closest thing it looks like. I think of grenades not just like the explosive kind, but I also think if you watch Jersey Shore and you think of grenades, I'm like, that's appropriate too, because they shouldn't be there. They're not going to be the prettiest of things. So they're grenades in more ways than one. But anyway, when I take my showers, which I will be able to do earlier than I thought, I have to clearly take the bra off, but I can't just have the grenades, the drains, just like laying there. Maybe I should call them grenades instead of drains, because that's kind of funny on a Jersey Shore aspect. Now you're all going to go watch Jersey Shore to see what I'm talking about. But I would clip I would take the grenades, the drains, off of the bra when I shower, and the nurse from the plastic surgeon told me to use lanyards to clip the drains from the bra onto a lanyard like around my neck. And basically the 4 drains would just hang around my neck while I'm showering. Then I come out, dry off, and then clip them back onto the bra. And I don't have lanyards anymore. I had them like when I went to Disney with the kids years ago, whatever, but I don't have them anymore. People tend to get rid of lanyards because they just lay around, whatever. But when I was at church on Thursday in the sanctuary, the minister that just recently retired from there got rid of a bunch of stuff that was in his office, and he left it on a table as you walk out of the church. And there's like books on there and like just odds and ends thing, googly eyes. I do want to make a bunch of kindness rocks actually in my free time when I'm healing. I always say that because I want to put the googly eyes on top of the kindness rocks. That's why I took the googly eyes. But he also had a pile of lanyards. And I remember before I found out about the cancer, when he was retiring, and he had said, I'm putting a bunch of stuff on the table and I have a bunch of lanyards. And I'm like, who's going to take lanyards? People just want to get rid of lanyards. Like, no one's like, oh, I need a lanyard. Unless you're going to like Disney or someplace. So when I went past that desk, when I went to leave the church on Thursday, I'm like, I don't even know what kind of lanyard I would need for the drains. So I got just an assortment of them, and I got 4 because I'm like, I don't know if I need a lanyard for each drain or you put them all in one. I don't know. And they're all just sitting there, and they were certainly more than 4 altogether. So I took the lanyards. Yay. I mean, I know it's a big pile of paperwork sitting on my printer to read through, but there is a piece in knowing that not that I have control over it, but just that I'll have the knowledge. I just don't need to know those things just yet. Right now, I'm at a place where they called in prescriptions and things, and I'm going to go pick them up. There's like pain med stuff, there's antibiotics. I can't remember. I think there's like 5 altogether or something. Yeah, and all that's coming up. Got to focus on work a bit this week because I only have 4 work days, and then I'm out for 2 months potentially as I heal. The plastic surgeon is the one who gives the clearance about people going back to work. Again, other fun fact that I wouldn't have thought of or known. Yeah. And I have to go, my glasses, so these are progressives. I've had bifocals since I was 23. My first year teaching was when I had bifocals. I'm 49. My first year teaching was in 1995. So do the math and go backwards. However old I was. It's 2021 now. Yeah, I had bifocals then just because I couldn't look at the textbook and then look up at the kids at the same time. I couldn't focus back down. I've had glasses since I was 5. But anyway, my glasses, while they look cool, they're not adjusted right. They're too loose, and things look kind of still diagonal, and I don't really want that for going into surgery when I'm not going to be feeling super non-dizzy in the first place. So I have to do that also this week. And around that, get work done. Yeah. So help-wise, I think that's pretty much set up. I put a cooler outside my door, which I had done for other, I've done that for other people when I've given meals or groceries or whatever for people that needed help. They put a cooler outside their door. That way, if they can't pick it up right away, at least it stays hot or cold in the meantime. But then I also put, I know I don't have to, but I put a prize box next to the cooler. So if any of you are watching that are dropping off meals or groceries or just odds and ends that I ask that I need, please take something out of the prize box. For me, it's just kind of fun. It's like going to the dentist. No one wants to go to the dentist. No offense to my dentist, who's awesome. But it's not, not a hey, I'm going to go see Jen, because you might not see my face if I'm super out of it and tired. And with COVID, I don't want to see a lot of people face to face, even if they have masks on, to be honest. But I have things I subscribe to TheraBox. It's every month you get a box of stuff for I don't know, nail polish or face cream, or got an essential oils roll-on thing that keeps the bugs away. All these sort of different things, whatever. And sometimes you get jewelry thrown in there and stuff too, which is nice, but I'm I don't really need this, but it is super cute, but I have enough of that, whatever. Or clay masks, not like COVID masks. Where's my mask? Oh, it's in my pocket. Not like COVID masks. I mean, the kind that you put on your skin to, help moisturize your skin. And other stuff like that. And I like certain things out of those boxes. And I did that just as a treat to myself when I was single and not, well, I mean, I still am single, but when I wasn't dating anyone anymore, I just did that as a treat to myself. I used a couple different kinds of those services before. FabFitFun is one of them, although I never used that one. But yeah, they have all sorts of, it's like giving yourself a gift basically every month. And yeah, when I stopped dating, I'm I'm going to give myself a gift every month. And it's not like it's that expensive or anything. It's just nice to get mail and whatever. And it's a surprise. You don't know what's going to be inside of it. So anyway, they're good stuff. They're high quality stuff. And I'd like to be able to give back. So I didn't stop the subscription. I kept it going. And I'm I have 4 things of under eye cream. which I can, share the wealth. So if someone's stopping by with food or whatever, please take something out of the prize box for when you go home. And I also put hand sanitizer on there too, so that you don't have to worry about cooties or anything. And I know I don't have to, it just makes me feel nice. And I do actually want to once I'm able to move my arms and stuff, I do want to make kindness rocks. I love that whole idea. And obviously not like boulders because I can't pick them up, but just little rocks that go in your hand. I have an episode on Neighbors to Know about kindness rocks and how to make them. So I guess I can lead you there, but maybe I'll, do a vlog as I'm making them too. It would be kind of long though. I don't know. The kindness rocks episode is, again, if you go to YouTube and go to Neighbors to Know, I think it was like pretty early on, maybe episode 4 or 5 or so, where we made kindness rocks. And the kindness rocks project is just really nice and such a sweet idea. And I see it all over the place, like outside of Massachusetts. It started on Cape Cod, but you see it like all over the world, I think, at this point. But I've gone to Cleveland before and I found one there. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna wind down here. Yeah, that's all I have. I'm still tired. Obviously, you can tell, I think, a little today that I'm tired. But that's what I got. So tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow starts, well, technically this starts the week, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday morning I wake up at the butt crack of dawn and get my butt down to the hospital and start phase 2 of Jen. Maybe like phase 5 actually, with all the things that I've got on in my life. I don't know. But anyway. All right, if you're watching this on Sunday, I hope you had a great weekend, and whatever time you're watching, I hope you have a great day. Bye.